Welcome back to Advance Wars Dual Strike. We're powering through. We're up to where we got up to before your hard drive died.
Yeah.
Joe's with me once more as we journey into the breach to
Crystal
take
Calamity.
on the boss.
Ooh, what's that?
Ooh, what this? There's the Black Obelisk. That's what they called it. It's what they're using to drain the energy from this land. So this is how we're doing it. Our thing's going down. My apologies, but we're still using it. You can look, but you can't touch.
Touch.
You know nothing of the Black Obelisk's power, yet you plan on destroying it. You're even more naive than I thought. Not seen him for a while.
Yeah,
well, I hope you're ready because your madness ends here. Yeah, I bet you want a treat for making it this far. Bravo, cheerleader. Look around you. Gaze upon the glorious spectacle of our power. I know you can feel the overwhelming might of our military machine. Yeah, where have I heard that in history before? Face it, you're outclassed and you're outgunned. She's so evil, but she's right. There are so many of them. This is looking grim. But chill, people. It's all good. We've got this covered. What did you say, boy? What you guys are doing is whack. Trashing the land for your own profit is just sick.
Ghetto.
All the people who live here have got our backs. Factory workers, scientists, bakers, they're all with us. We won't lose.
Throw the baguettes. Throw the cheese.
You mean the rabble? A ton of garbage is still garbage, love. Let me introduce you to reality. Reality is what you see above you. That is reality. Oh. What you see is more than 22,000 miles above us in space.
Looks a little phallic.
The glistening ebony star you see is Black Hole's ultimate weapon. Tremble before our magnificent battle satellite, Black Onyx. It's very James Bond-esque, isn't it? It's like Moonraker all of a sudden.
Well, I'm pretty sure GoldenEye was a satellite.
Yeah. Satellite? Black Onyx? Not even your delicate little commander knew of its existence. Black Onyx is the Black Obelisk guardian angel. In a mere 50 minutes from now, we have a time limit for this mission. Its barrier field will be operational. Once it's in place, the Black Obelisk will be safe for all of eternity.
Wait, so it takes place over one day, does it?
Well, it's 50 in real time minutes, but it's turns.
Yeah, but like in the terms of the what she's saying, it doesn't make any sense if it goes over multiple days.
Well, think of a turn as taking maybe a couple of minutes in real time.
Yeah, but it says day.
I know. it is silly. Do I need to spell this out for you fools? You don't have a chance. You never did. You keep telling yourself that, bitch. We're gonna win, no matter the odds. I hope it's more than 30 seconds into the video for me to be saying that. Alright, everybody.
I mean, I already said fuck before.
This is the final battle. I mean, it isn't, but let's work together and obliterate that thing. Okay. I hope I remember how to do this mission because it is deceptively difficult. For one thing in particular...
Why is there lava?
It's meant to be ocean, but the tile set makes it look like lava. The fact it's going to be quite difficult is because we're up against this guy on the enemy team. His power charges incredibly fast and gives extra movement spaces.
Right.
What we want to do is go for these little missile silos, which
I like how you're pointing at the screen.
I also indicated with a cursor.
Yeah.
These little missile silos which are dotted around the map. Each team has 3 each. We have to get to all 3 of them before they do.
You're just capturing 3 different points?
Yes. We're launching these missiles at the space satellites to bring it down. That is our objective. If we can bring it down, we'll be able to target this thing like a cannon in like previous Advance Wars games and blow it up. Because you can see its little health in the bottom corner. That's what we want to do. The problem is picking the right people for the job. So, because...
Why does the tile set make it red?
It just does. I don't know. Anyway.
It's not like it's that limited, it's DS, come on.
Yeah. Because the red team is going to be taking a lot of the firepower, I want someone who's going to be good on the ground. So I'm actually going to put Jake and Hawk on the red team. Jess is going to work with Javier on the blue team. Because he's got the access to the comm towers and things, so Javier is going to become incredibly powerful once we get those.
That's good.
And that also gives us time for Jess to build up her tanks to roll into Storm in the middle. And on the green team, we kind of have to, unfortunately, use Sasha as our main character.
That was Javier.
Yeah, I know, sorry. Where's he? And Sasha only really works well with Colin. I mean, she works well with anybody, really, but Sasha and Colin is a good duo because Sasha's power means the more money she has, the more she can reduce the enemy's power meter.
Right.
So we want to save her until the end, so when their power builds up from us doing damage to them and fighting them, they won't be able to get their 2-turn tag ability off, because if they do, that's basically game over. Because they can take a turn, and then they can turn again, and they get all the extra movement. They'll capture the satellite missile silos, and then we won't be able to win.
Well, I just assume you know what you're doing anyway.
I do know what I'm doing, hopefully. It's been a while since I played this mission, and the last time I played it was on hard campaign, so hopefully I can remember how you do it. I'm actually going to put Hawk up front. Yeah, okay. So yeah, unfortunately, Zach or Cole or whatever he's called in this, he's called Zach in this, I know, he's the main one we have to worry about. Is the biggest threat in this mission. If it was just against him, it would still be as hard. Candy is just kind of here for the sake of it.
Right.
So
Candy isn't really a threat at all.
Not really, no. Zach is the main threat here. You are not going to ruin this land anymore. It's on. It's on.
Really,
it's on.
Like just freedom fighters trying to make sure that
pretty
the
much.
world isn't
gone to shit.
Yeah.
We've received fresh intel, troops. Black Onyx is equipped with a state-of-the-art particle defense system. Okay. The barrier field it projects shields the Black Obelisk from enemy fire. Our first order of business is to take out the Onyx and drop that shield. What? It's in outer space. It's huge. And it's in outer space. That's pretty far away, love. It's beyond the reach of even our air forces and my helicopters.
Its acronym is BO.
It's not a problem. The missile silos here are not armed with ordinary missiles. How does that work? Allow me to explain, nerds. The missiles here are specifically designed to seek and destroy satellites. Convenient. They're part of our...
What if it goes after other satellites?
And then we're screwed. They're part of our
ASDA.
Part of our ASDA anti-satellite defense system. Anti-satellite defense what now? I don't know how they work, but I'm happy as long as they blow it to pieces.
I don't know how they work, yeah. It sounds about right for him.
Right, let's get our infantry and mech units out there and capture all the silos. There are 9 of them altogether. If we can hit a Black Onyx of all 9 in under 50 minutes, we destroy it and win. We absolutely can't let them fall into enemy hands. And the time limit has begun.
We can't let him fall into Wowie's hands.
Yeah, no, evil Dr. Wowie is going to get his hands on them.
I didn't know that it kept going. Like, I thought that it was just like...
Oh, yeah, but...
turns.
No, it keeps going continuously. It only pauses during his cutscenes, but... Javier, those are black cannons. We'll get blasted if we're not careful.
You basically can't explain what you're doing then.
I can beat this mission in under 50 minutes.
Cool.
If anything, I can probably beat it in about 20, to be quite honest.
Yeah, but it's not actual minutes, right? It's like...
No, it is in real time.
Oh, I thought it was like Mario seconds.
No, it's in real time. Mind you, the last time we had a time limit was when the missile was charging towards our HQ, was going to blow it up. And I beat that mission in literally like 2 minutes. Yeah. And we had a 50-minute time limit.
The fun thing about this mission in particular is that if you're cutting it up into parts, people know exactly how much you've cut out. Oh, well, almost exactly, because it does pause on these bits, but yeah. I'm
probably not going to cut anything out, because I'm
Depends on how fast you do it, really.
I'm fairly confident I can beat it pretty quickly. My general strategy for this is most of the tanks and things are going to run south, so Hawk, like that. Hawk and Jake are going to deal those boots on the ground. A lot of the air units are going to run up towards the green team, so I'm going to want to try and keep as many of my anti-air units alive as possible, but I also don't want to spend as much money as possible because I want enough money for Sasha's power to work.
Right.
Because the more money she has, the more effective it is. Now that mega tank is pretty slow.
I didn't realise that they had blobs on their team.
Oh yeah, no, the Uzium is going to come in gradually.
Although they're not going to get there very fast.
I mean, look at them. Ugh, I don't like them at all.
You think that if they were fluid, they would move faster?
But maybe that's just because they're super dense and really heavy. But they can only move so fast. But they will destroy anything they come into contact with. They are pretty deadly. I'm going to want to save up for a battleship, actually, now that I think about it. Because I want to destroy this cannon as soon as possible. But I also want to capture these ASAP, so I'm actually going to bring my infantry down.
Gotta get past the sea of pizza sauce.
She does have a mega tank coming in. I am kind of scared of that, but my artillery should be able to take care of it if I bait it with the APC and the tank.
Right.
Roughly anyway, so I'm going to get another APC for now.
Oh no, how will we make it? There's 47 minutes left.
I know. But
well, 48
yeah.
actually.
Yeah. That is the general strategy anyway. I want to try and minimize as much damage as possible whilst also, you know, being able to survive whilst... It's hard to explain, but you try to have to manage how many units you destroy versus how many the enemy builds, but also how many you build. So I'm gonna, as much as I possibly can, I'm probably only going to build infantry with Sasha until I absolutely have to try and maximize the amount of money she's got.
So still making plenty of stuff, but not spending a lot.
I'm trying my best to, yeah. I'm going to try and overwhelm her with fodder if I can. Oh, she's sent a black bomb. That's interesting. She doesn't normally do that. She normally sends that up here and cripples Sasha. Okay, right. Fair
Does
enough.
that throw a spanner in anything? Or
No, not
is it
really.
a good thing that it's down there?
It's manageable. It does mean that it's going to come this way and probably blow up here, though, which is not what I want.
Can you get it before it blows up?
No, I haven't got any anti-air units to hit it with, unfortunately. And the one I could build is going to be too far out of range. I'm actually going to... But I am going to preliminarily build one to get rid of this thing, because the Gatling guns on an anti-air unit do actually do a lot of damage to Uzium. Oof.
Oh.
That's alright. It is a mega tank, but it has been somewhat crippled, so if I do this... Yeah, it's weakened, though. One more shot from an artillery would take it out. And also, they only have 3 shots. We've drained almost all of its ammo.
Right.
And they can't move very fast, so we'll be able to take it out relatively quickly.
So it'll just be a sitting duck after
Pretty
that.
much, yeah. They're powerful, but you can outrun them incredibly easily. That's fine. If I block it with that... Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, okay. Go for that with my E. That guy. I forgot his...
You're like, oh yeah, I'm doing this and this, and then I'm just like, ugh.
If I get a... Yep, okay. Now I'm going to save up for more tanks and hopefully a battleship eventually, because then I can destroy this. Will my missiles come... Yay!
How does the battleship allow you to do that?
Because of its large range.
So you just shoot out the side of it?
Pretty much, yeah, because it can only target down here.
Yeah.
So if I build a battleship and just park it like here, I can shoot it from a mile away.
Yeah.
Because battleships have got like 6 range or something.
So you said shoot here and you just pointing at the screen, but
around here. Yeah.
You were
this thing.
pointing at that, yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
The little green houses make it kind of look like the toy soldier things, you know, the little green ones.
Yeah, I can kind of see it. I'm gonna get
with like Monopoly hotels.
Well, Monopoly is such a fucking boring game. It genuinely is. You want to know how to win every single time at Monopoly? Buy houses, never buy hotels.
Right.
That's it, really. What a dull, boring game. Well,
although a thing that we could play is stuff like Wheel of Fortune and stuff.
what?
Wheel of Fortune,
Yeah.
the one where you sort of see, you know, kind of like Hangman, but you like spin a wheel and sometimes.
You
might
mean
just...
life?
No, the one where you have like a thing on screen where it's like got a few like letters that you can like pick each time.
I'm not sure what you mean, unfortunately.
Okay, you spin a wheel and it gives you a money amount, and then
Okay.
you can guess a vowel or a consonant.
So, that just sounds like Countdown.
Well,
It sounds like Countdown.
it's not quite countdown.
We should do that Countdown again. We should do the
Yeah.
Countdown game again at some point, because it was bloody funny. But last time we played, we picked the letters, and they just coincidentally spelled out, do it. And it was really funny. It was really funny.
I didn't even, like, I just saw it as Doit, sorry.
I know, you didn't notice it at first. It was only when I pointed it out. but it was so funny.
Well, the thing about Countdown, though, is that it has, like, a math bit.
Yeah, the math bit is what I'm shit at.
It's like, I prefer just having only the
letters game? Yeah, same. But the math bit is what I'm terrible at,
like,
too.
The thing that's different about the Wheel of Fortune is that it's like Hangman, you know, where you pick letters and then they'll show up on what the word would be. Mm-hmm. And then if you know what the answer is and no one else knows what it is, you can keep spinning for money and then get, you know, each letter right to, like, keep that money.
Yeah.
But you also then run the risk of either someone else knowing what it is and then guessing it first.
Yeah.
Or you can land on a bankrupt space, which takes all of your money away.
Oh, no. Anyway.
So it's a pretty good game to play. I didn't know you didn't know about it.
No, I don't. I genuinely don't know. I mean, I don't tend to play a lot of board games.
It was a game show, although I think it was American, so that might be why.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not as au fait with a lot of American ones. Mind you, but a board game of it probably exists. Like, there's a board game for Blockbuster, and when I say Blockbuster, I don't mean the VHS tape game, which I've got a copy of. I mean the old game show with the hexagons.
Yeah.
With Bob Holness used to present it. Can I have an eye, please, Bob?
I feel like there's quite a few TV shows that just basically take a board game and then they're like, oh yeah, we can just turn.
Oh yeah,
into
absolutely,
a show.
absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of them that do that.
Because like, wasn't there like I say recent one, but like wasn't there a recent one where they basically did like Wordle?
I don't know. There might have been. It might have been.
So it's like, you know, they just do the exact same thing as Wordle, but with money involved.
I don't have a television, so I can't answer that. I genuinely don't know.
You know what Wordle is, right?
Yeah, I know what Wordle is. I've played the music one. I've played with my girlfriend a couple of times.
Of course you have. You're the music person.
It sometimes it's quite hard because you literally only get like a second of the song to identify it. Now they've got their tag power ready. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but usually with Wordle you don't even get a hint. You just, I mean, the most hint you get is the color of the
letters.
Letter.
Yeah. I mean, as someone with an English degree, you'd think I'd be good at it, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I can't quite afford a battleship yet, but that's fine. Blue team, literally all they have to do now is just save money because the threat over here has been completely neutralized. So we're fine.
Yeah.
It's the green team I have to worry about. So I want to get my power up ASAP because they're going to use their tag. I'll be fine. Yeah, they've got it now. Now you can see it's charged there, but I've got mine now, so I don't have to worry. So if I destroy you... Shit. Oh. I should have used it. We've lost already.
We can play Countdown because we do have it here.
Yeah, we do. I should have...
You've lost.
Yeah, this guy lived on 1 health. He's going to go for one of these.
Yeah, but can't you get it with one of your other people?
No.
No, I mean, like, once he lands on it, it doesn't get it instantly.
It does. That's it. There's nothing I can do.
That's so late. That doesn't make any sense.
It was a lock roll and we rolled low. I should have used my power straight away, but I didn't. Because I thought, oh, I'll just use it at the end of my turn. I should have used it.
So, when they get on it, it destroys it, does it?
Yep, and then we can't defeat the satellite because we can't use all 9 missiles.
This feels the same kind of bullshit that Mega Man 2 had with the, you have to have the exact amount of sticky bombs.
Like the demo, man. It doesn't matter what I do now, he's just going to go for it, watch.
If he doesn't, then we might be alright.
He's going to use his, he's going to use his tag power anyway, but we've lost. He's
that just like stick.
I know.
At the bottom of the...
Yeah, we've lost. Even if he didn't use this, he would have captured it. Yeah, that's it.
Dude, weak.
Well, that was embarrassing, but...
Major L.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a... Right.
I didn't know that it could just do it in one.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that it was like one of those capture things where you have to like bounce on it a few times.
No, it's not like one of those.
Because that's what it's like in all the rest of the game.
They're not a city that you capture, you just have to land a unit on it.
Right.
But my general strategy stays the same. I'm going to do the exact same thing. This time, I'm just not going to play as stupid, however.
Okay.
Hopefully. But my general strategy is exactly the same, because I was playing it right, I just got unlucky. Which is unfortunately...
What did you get unlucky with?
A lock roll. I would have got...
Oh, right, like the amount of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a case of doing like an extra 10% damage, which I just didn't get. So, well, that was unfortunate, but there's not a lot I can do about it. It
might just be worth always going for, the safer option of like, oh, well, this will definitely get it even if it doesn't.
Well, that's the thing, it should have done. Because Dual Strike is incredibly generous with its lock mechanics, but the one time that I got fucked, which is nice. Which is just what you want, really, but like I said, so you win some, you lose some.
So it was just the lowest roll it could possibly be.
Yeah, pretty much. We were talking about board games and things before, though. I was going to go on to say, I don't tend to play a lot of them.
You have a lot of them, though.
Well, I have a lot of ones that are trivia games, but a lot of actual board games where things like happen and you like this such and such, like D&D is the prime example where stuff gets described to you. I can't play it, or well, I can, but I won't be able to follow along with it because I have aphantasia.
But you read books.
Yeah, that's the thing. Let me explain. Like, although admittedly I do prefer comic.
You are running out of time.
It's fine. I've got literally like an hour. Don't worry. I prefer comic books actually as opposed to actual books, because I can see what's being like what's happening. But how do I explain this? Like,
well, you don't have to see it moving just as long as you know the
if you were to describe something to me, like, or say such and such a thing, like say an elephant, for example.
You know what an elephant looks like.
That's the thing I'm going to say. I know what an elephant looks like, but I physically can't picture it in my head.
You don't have to.
But that's the thing, like, you can say to me, like, oh, then you walk into a room that looks like this, and then all these things happen, etc., and your character looks like this and stuff. That's all fine. I can imagine all those different things separately, but putting them together in my head to visualise a person or the layout of a room and stuff, I physically can't do. I also can't remember people's faces, because I can't picture them in my head. But I know what, like, if I'm not looking at you now, I know what you look like. If someone was to say to me, "Oh yeah, that's Joe" or whatever, it's like, yeah, okay, I know who Joe is. I know what Joe looks like, but I physically can't picture him in my head. But when I turn and look at you, I know who you are.
Yeah, but I'm just white dude with beard.
Yes, there is that element to it, but also like, you're not that generic. Like, you're not generic. Like, I know what you look like, but I can't. I'm face blind. I can't picture you in my head because I physically can't see that. It is really bizarre, but I know what you look like. I don't know how to explain it. I know what you look like, but I can't picture you. It's the same with other people, like people who I work with. Like such and such person got. I'm not going to name them, but person got fired recently. I know who they are, but I don't know what they look like, so I can't help.
I'm just not that attentive. So, like, if someone's like, oh, what did this person look like? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Because, like, they'll be like, oh, did they have light hair? Did they have dark hair? And I'm like, I don't know.
You're being interrogated by the police or something?
Well, like, I just don't pay attention to those details. It's like the same thing where it's like I could be talking to someone for ages and ages, and then like, oh yeah, what's that person's name? And it's just nothing.
Yeah, no, that's fair, but yeah, I genuinely struggled / can't. Like, that's the thing, I have very faint images sometimes. Like, I can't think in moving. Like, I can't think in motion at all. I can only think in still pictures. Yeah. But those pictures are fuzzy at best, and half the time they're semi-transparent and I can't see them at all is the best way I can explain it. But most of the time it's like a static television in there.
It really depends on how detailed the description is though, right?
Not always, no, because like I say, someone could describe you to me. I know what you look like, but I can't picture you in my head because I physically can't see it.
But it's like
even though I've known you for over 15 years, and I know things about you that you haven't told anyone else, and vice versa. I've known you for so long, but it doesn't matter.
If I was a DM for like D&D and I was like, oh, you walk into a room, there's a bed, a TV, and a chair, like you would know what that looks like.
Yeah, I know what they look like, but I can't imagine it. That picture can't be painted in my head, even though I know what these things are. I really don't know how to explain it because it's really hard to explain, especially because you don't have it. You don't have the same...
Well, you know how to direct me to places geographically?
Yeah, because that's the thing. I know what those places look like, and I know where they are in correspondence to each other, but I still... If I'm describing to you, oh yeah, go down Manchester Road and turn into this place to go into such and such avenue, I know where they are, but if I'm describing them to them, I can't picture the location in my head.
Yeah, I can't really do that either, but that's just because I don't know what the places are called.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it.
I have kind of muscle memory when it comes to, like, driving places. Like, if someone's like, alright, yeah, go left, right, and then left again, and then up, I'm like, I don't fucking know.
You inputting a Konami code. Thankfully, she used her power, so we don't have to worry about a tag happening quite just yet. So we're okay for now, which means I can build a few more expensive units as Sasha, which is okay by me. We don't have to worry about them capturing anything anytime soon quite just yet, because their infantry are way out of range.
So basically what you're saying is that it's kind of like when you're trying to describe to someone what a song is, but you don't have any of the lyrics and you can't sing it.
Yes.
Like, that's basically what it is.
That's a good way of explaining it.
But it's the
visual version of that. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it kind of goes something like this, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can't do it.
No.
It's really difficult to explain. Genuinely is.
I've never played D&D though, so I don't know. I don't have the time. I don't have the people.
Yeah, a lot of my friends play it, and it's like, I don't know how you have the time for this, but I suppose...
I don't even have friends who play it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or at least none that I know play it. Unless they're playing it behind my back.
Don't even have friends.
Wait, you have friends?
I didn't know you could read.
Well, apparently you can't see.
Wow. No, I genuinely can't. Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Pain in the arse at times. But...
Well, considering that you are also, you know, like someone who's done, like, English literature and all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's the thing. I can psychoanalyze a book or whatever and tear it to pieces and say, oh, this is a metaphor for bullshit. But, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean anything else.
So, like, when you read how, like, Dracula's described or whatever, you can't sort of be like, oh, yeah, that's what that guy looks like.
Not really. I can try and fuzzily picture approximates.
Right.
But actual, like, yeah, he looks like this, so is not always easy.
But you could do if you heard those things and then were drawing it as you were going along.
I guess you could say it like that.
Like, guess who?
Kind of.
Like, does this person have a mustache?
That's the thing, a visual metaphor or equivalent of something. That's why I enjoy comic books, because I have the visuals to help.
Yeah.
I hate this level so much.
Although sometimes the visuals in certain things, if they're... this applies more to manga than anything, but they are kind of quite hard to see.
Ah! They will pay indeed, Hawk is right. I told you I hate this level. I do remember how to do it, I swear. It's just... It's annoying me. It really is. This level is... This level is harder than the final boss. It genuinely is.
Yeah.
The final boss level is a piece of piss. The AI will automatically always lose every time on the second screen, and the front screen, all you have to do is just build infantry and anti-air, and you win.
I feel like there are like plenty of games where you get to the final boss and you're like, wait, that was it?
Yeah.
Like, this other thing was way worse.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, name an example, go on.
I don't actually have an example in my head. I'm saying that, like,
I'm going to use speed up on their turn, I think.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them.
I think the speed up's working.
You'd be able to know if you heard it.
Yeah, I'm going to put my headphones back on. Oh, it's the wrong headphones. That's back to my turn anyway, I'll do it in a minute.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, apologies if the sound goes a little bit funky. I don't really want to use speed up if I can help it, because I don't know how that's going to affect the actual video.
It won't do anything because you're just looking at the
we're screen capturing, aren't we? So it's we're not doing the emulator capture because it didn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fair. Fair enough. Should be all right then.
I can't actually think of a specific game. I just remember there being points like that.
I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head as well, and I can't picture one right now, which is
ironic. Because we were just talking about it.
Ha ha. Yes, let's mock my disability more, please.
Well, I can't think of one either.
I know, it's fine. I mean, it's hardly like gonna be the first thing that you can think of. There will be something, I imagine, I'm sure, but it will come to mind eventually, but right now I can't think of one either, no. By the way, a lot of their units that are in the middle aren't going to move. I think the speed up is doing something, yeah. I'm not, because it is like flickering about when I don't press it. When I not press it. Yes, that was good English, me. Shut up. I know what I'm
just establishing you're good at English.
I didn't say I was good at English. I have a degree in it. Doesn't mean I can speak it very well. I mean, I'm from Manchester. Most people would say I can't speak English very well at all.
It's that whole sort of thing about school, isn't it? Where it's like, just because you did like good in a sort of subject doesn't mean that it carries across to later life.
Yeah, I mean, I studied astronomy and astrophysics. I couldn't tell you any much about it now. All that knowledge is gone.
Well, you know physics.
Physics. I mean, I know odds and sods and bits and pieces. What?
That was so... Like, I just didn't expect you to stop everything and just say physics in a funny voice.
I was referencing Doctor Who.
I know you were.
No one else...
Like, for like a brief moment, I was like, what is she doing? And I was like, oh yeah, David Tennant.
What are they doing is just a general rule of thumb anyway. Because I'm just going to go for it straight away this time. There's no use prevaricating about the bush, Gromit. I'm just going to go for it straight away. I don't know why I said it like that either. Physics. Yes, I mean, I still know odds and bits and pieces, but, like, I studied, like, stellar explosions and charts of how supernovae form and, like, the Hertzsprung-Russell diagram and all that kind of stuff knowledge used to be in my head. I know what they are now, but I can't remember everything about it.
You did... You are the person who tends to be like, I'll be like, oh, why didn't we learn this in school? And you're like, we did. And I just completely forgot.
Like what?
I don't know. Just like...
Helpful.
Like if, it's like, oh, we didn't learn about, something useful. And then, you'll be like, but we did learn this.
It does happen quite a lot.
Because I always bring up, like, I know, like, I don't know, about, like, how to, like, live in a place and, like, do all that sort of, all the stuff that you need to do to live on your own, but I know that Henry VIII killed his wives, like...
I mean, that's just common knowledge around the world.
Yeah. But it's like, I didn't need to know that.
I mean, I guess you could argue you didn't need to know it. I mean, it would be nice if school taught you, like, how to pay your taxes and things, and what these things mean, or how do interest rates on bank accounts work and stuff like that, or how to do a mortgage. Those kind of things that they don't teach you in school would be helpful to know, but they don't.
Yeah, I like how they have, like, PE as if, like, you know, oh, you can't just run around as a kid. Like, what? Like, kids run around and play sports anyway, don't they?
Well, they used to when we were younger. Back when we were...
I see plenty of people on the streets just, like, kicking footballs around on the road.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not the best place to be doing it, but people do.
You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, I suppose. I don't know. Banter, innit? Oh, they're so close to getting their power, but we should get ours before they do. I haven't fucked it up this time.
I'm quite bad at coming up with examples for things. Like, whenever I'm like, oh, this thing, and then it's like, oh, give me an example, I'm like...
You're a bad example of setting an example.
Exactly. Because it's like, I know what I'm on about, but I can't think of a specific. Unless I'm, like, thinking of that specific in my head.
That's fair.
Which is why I'm also bad at, like, remembering things about, like, my past. Because it's like, if it's not a thing that's, like, directly come up from me, like, just remembering it out of the blue...
Yeah.
It just doesn't exist.
It must exist somewhere in that brain of yours. I mean, not a lot does, but it must do somewhere.
It's like when I think of, like, oh, high school, what even happened? It's like vague things, kind of. Like, I remember carrying around a Pokewalker and stuff. Like,
yeah, I remember you having that as well. I remember you brought that in. It blew my fucking mind.
Like, because there's, like, certain things where it's like, you know, you'll remember, like, plenty of stuff, and then I'll remember, like, something really random, like I brought in a toy of Yoshi and its head fell off.
What was that? When was that?
It was just, like, a fun, like, little toy of Yoshi, but then I guess it broke at one point.
Was it like a Matthew's toy?
I don't know. I think it was, like, kind of similar-ish to, like, you know, that Donkey Kong one that you have there.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, that kind of, like, solid kind of thing, but like, you know that little Mario and Luigi that I have in my room, the small ones, kind of like that, but it was Yoshi.
Oh, okay.
Its head snapped off because its neck's too thin.
Oh, rip.
Yeah. I also brought in the sonic screwdriver once.
I don't remember that, but my brother had both Eccleston/Tennant and Matt Smith's screwdriver as toys. We also had a laser screwdriver toy, and we also had the Jadoon Scanlight thing. Yeah. And my sister had Sarah Jane's Sonic lipstick as well. We had all of those.
I'm just really glad that while we were growing up, they didn't have the 13th Doctor's Sonic screwdriver, because it looks very phallic.
Well, I don't remember what that one looks like. You'll have to show me a picture. Show me the picture of the phallus on your phone, Joe.
Well,
that's the picture of the actual phallus.
Yeah, it's the 13th Doctor, but I guess it's technically I think it's the 15th body.
I have no clue. I stopped watching Doctor Who halfway through Matt Smith, so...
Because they were all the way up until, like, just before Christopher Eccleston, there was the War Doctor.
Yes.
I nearly said Chris Hurt.
Chris Hurt, yes, that guy.
Because I was thinking of Chris Eccleston.
And then John
Hurt.
Yes.
And then there was also the Metacrisis Doctor, because that was technically a regeneration. So there's 2 extra ones.
Hell if I know. I don't know.
That's why in the Day of the Doctor...
What do you mean by Metacrisis Doctor? What happened?
You know the one from Journey's End?
Nope.
The one where Donna gets trapped in the TARDIS.
Oh.
And then the extra one grows out of his hand.
Yes,
because he regenerated previously to put that energy into the hand.
Got you. Okay, no, I'm with you now.
But he regenerated into himself.
Yes, no, and then David Tennant's body is now also shown up again.
Yeah.
Before he turns into Ncuti Gatwa.
Yeah.
That, which is confusing.
It is just Shootigatwa.
Oh, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Chuti, right. Wasn't sure how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Today I learned.
It's hard to know if you haven't heard it said. It's just
I was going off phonetics.
Yeah, I just watch, like, videos and...
Yeah, no, I mean, I would like to know how to pronounce it to say it properly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's someone's name at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, that whole sort of thing. Like, you wouldn't know unless you knew how either.
No offense is intended.
I'm not saying you were.
No.
Just let you know.
Yeah. I appreciate the education.
Anyway, I was looking up the sonic screwdriver.
Do you know what I like? Because I think you can get toys of all the different sonic screwdrivers now, can't you?
Yes, you can. The newer one was revealed.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what it looks like.
Oh, yeah, Jodie Whittaker's one.
Yeah,
I remember
it does look a little bit phallic.
It's not that, but I remember her building it in the first episode now.
Because it's like just the curvy end bit kind of looks like it.
Okay, now I can see it now. Now you've pointed it out to me, I can see it. Yeah, I did.
Now.
Wow. I did watch the pilot, so I do remember it now.
Yeah, not to be confused with the Moffat episode, The Pilot.
Which one's that one?
It was the first episode of series 10.
That doesn't help.
Peter Capaldi's last series.
Thank you. I haven't seen it. So, I'll take your word on that.
In which there's a lesbian puddle.
I'm sorry?
there's like a lesbian girl that's a puddle. And then...
okay.
She, basically, at the end of the series, I guess spoilers, the companion gets brought back to life by them, and they go off into the universe to be lesbians together.
Lovely. Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah. And that just happens, I guess. Like, I can't quite remember what the actual thing was, that they were.
Like their alien species or whatever.
Yeah, but they ended up just basically being able to control certain things about life or whatever.
I stopped.
Doctor Who's strange.
It is like the age-old story goes that if you're trying to make a Halloween costume as a kid and you've got no money, you've basically got the same amount of budget as the original classic Doctor Who team had. Yeah. I'm pretty sure at one point I remember one monster which is literally just a guy wrapped in green bubble wrap shuffling around the floor.
Well, there was one that was literally just tinfoil.
That doesn't...
really badly keyed in.
Yeah.
Tinfoil.
Yeah.
And then they did improve it when they did the re-release. I think they did a new effect.
Sylvester McCoy didn't have a sonic screwdriver, did he?
I don't think so. Kind of like how...
Because I've read some of the novels, and he does in those.
Well, I think it's one of those things where... kind of like how the Fifth Doctor doesn't have a sonic screwdriver for,
His action figure came with one.
Yeah, but he started off with one, he just lost it,
how did he lose
it? Broken.
Oh, I was going to say, how did he lose it? Fair enough.
And then the Sixth Doctor had a sonic lance.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what that means.
It was basically just a sonic screwdriver as far as I can see.
Yeah,
Unless there was another purpose to it.
It does just look like a sonic screwdriver, it's just blue with a red bit on the end.
Peter Capaldi did have sonic...
sunglasses.
Sunglasses, yeah.
Yeah. Don't look at my browser history.
For a very small amount of time, and then they were just like, oh yeah, we'll just give him a screwdriver.
What's browser history?
I wasn't too fond of how they were portraying the First Doctor in that episode.
I didn't think it was that bad. I have seen clips on YouTube, but I've not seen the full episode, so...
Well, it's I understand that obviously back when, the First Doctor was making... was being made, they had, certain, worldviews or whatever, but the Doctor doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's when he says women are made of glass, it just doesn't ring true to, the Doctor.
Doesn't he say the N-word at one point?
I mean...
Can't believe that's come up in an episode.
I mean, the Celestial Toymaker, yeah. That was...
The Doctor says the N-word. God.
It was the eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Say no more.
But, again, that's it's not specifically it's from the time, it's not the Doctor himself.
I understand, yeah. Still, it does make it awkward to watch. Shit, sorry, I'm trying to work out.
But it's just if you're bringing a Doctor back,
Yes.
I feel like you can do more than just be like, oh, look how, like, terrible, like, you know, he was.
Yeah.
It almost feels like. Because he doesn't really contribute that much to the story.
Oh, that's a bit disappointing. Nothing at all.
Although the funny thing about, like, his previous appearances is that he always seemed to be the smart one, considering that, like, he's the youngest one. How does that work?
Yeah, because in, like, the Five Doctors, he was the one who worked out the puzzle, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was like, oh, it's a time bridge, and then, like, both of them react slightly differently, because John Pertwee's like, oh, yes, of course, and then Patrick Troughton's like, oh, what?
Like, I mean,
like, how can the person before and
after both know and the guy in the middle doesn't? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, surely... Because if the guy before would know, then the guy after should know, and then the guy after him who knows would know by learning when he was the second guy.
Yeah.
Which makes
I understand if they could forget over time, but, like, knowing on both sides...
Yeah, and the one in the middle has no clue. That is a little odd.
I do kind of miss the rivalry of doctors, though.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Although it was mostly just the second and third.
Yes, it was. Oh dear.
And also the second and sixth. Maybe just 2 is, like, really confrontational, I don't know.
Yeah. He was a little bit of an argumentative little sod, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, so, like, John Pertwee was a bit of a strange one, because he could either be really serious or really goofy.
Well, they're going to use their power next turn, but we don't have anything really to worry about. I might lose my helicopter, but that's okay. I have more.
Yeah, Pertwee is one of my favourites, though.
Yeah, I do like John Pertwee.
Because, like, when you have him as, you know, leading the charge or whatever, it's like, you know why people respect him. It's like, you know, this person knows what they're on about. They are a bit odd, but they know what they're on about.
We've been talking about Doctor Who for like the past 15-20 minutes,
Yeah.
And I forgot...
That just kind of happens, doesn't it?
It does. And I forgot entirely what I was saying before this tangent about Doctor Who started.
The good thing is, though, is that if we go off onto a bit of a tangent, it means that you can sort of act on a bit of an autopilot.
It's pretty much what I've been doing for the past 20 minutes. I've just been doing things.
So you don't, like, overthink anything and then you're like, oh, shit.
I mean, the audience can see what I'm doing and they can follow along and just kind of listen to us talk bollocks, which is kind of how this show works. Oh dear. I'm really trying to remember what I was talking about, because it was specifically the point about the toy sonic screwdrivers and things we had.
Right.
And that was it. I remembered because we were talking about things in school. I remembered what I was going to say now.
Okay, go on.
Because you were saying, oh yeah, I got these memories from in school, and I remember bringing a Pokewalker in, or I remember bringing in the Yoshi toy or whatever. I remember someone threatened to cut my balls off with a knife in the locker room.
Oh. Why?
I'm not going to get into it.
Like, were they just a dick, or, like...
They were a homophobe, leave it at that.
Right, okay.
I was actually going to use that anecdote for one of our Would I Lie to You podcast episodes, but...
It's kind of dark.
It's true, it happened.
Yeah. The most I got was being kicked in the shin by steel toe boots.
I know exactly who you're talking about. By the Marvel character.
I guess so,
because he has the same name.
Yeah.
Ironically, it was the guy who I had a crush on who did it. He had a penknife in his bag.
Oh.
We'd just come out doing swimming together.
Yeah.
Because we had swimming lessons in school when we were in 14, 15. And I had kind of been outed as being gay.
Right.
And, you know, it's kind of...
It does sound like a weird thing from, like, It or something, though, you know, it's like...
Oh, I see.
Like, it seems like one of those things from, like, a film or something, you know, where it's like, oh, these bullies that are about to, like, you know, carve someone up or whatever.
Well, basically, it was because he found out, or someone a bit... Well, for reference, I am pansexual, but I believed I was gay in school, and someone outed me. And they
Which is not cool.
No, and my voice went very northern then. And they had found out about the fact that people, you know, it's like, oh, they're gay.
They ran out of ammo. Or are you just putting them next to that?
I'm just putting them next to it to block it in.
Okay.
They found out about it, and they were a massive homophobe, so it was like, don't be gay around me or whatever, and if you are, I'll cut your balls off.
Yeah. Don't be gay, yeah, that.
Or it's like, don't make any moves. It's like, it was kind of like, don't make any moves towards me, basically.
Yeah.
Because he was a dick.
Yeah.
But
sounds like one.
Yeah, but it was a guy who I had a crush on, actually.
I'm guessing you didn't after that point.
This is where we'd come out, like I say, we'd come out of swimming lessons together.
Right.
And, well, swimming lessons, guy's locker room.
Yes.
You can see where this is going in regards to, and he pushed me onto the bench by the chest with one hand, and as I stumbled and fell, he'd reached into his bag, got a switchblade out, and when I say he literally grabbed me by the balls, he did.
Right.
And he held the knife up to me, and it was like, if you are such and such around me or make any moves towards me, I will literally cut your balls off. But to counteract this, I literally looked him dead in the eye, and I said, if you carry on, you're going to have your first experience because you're turning me on. and he let go.
Yeah.
Because, if you keep going, I'm going to get hard. And he did let go after that.
Yeah.
So, when in doubt,
just lean into it.
It doesn't always work. It could have backfired really badly, but if you're confident and assertive enough to...
Well, it would have been, really bad on him as well, because if he did do anything, then he would have for sure been suspended from the school.
Yeah, but, that happens to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I do think that it probably was just to threaten. I don't think they intended to actually do it.
I don't know, but being bullied by your jock crush in school be like that, I guess.
Yeah. I like how it's like, oh, don't do any moves on me, cup the balls.
Yeah, he literally did grab me by my balls. It's like, it's a little bit gay, dude.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying that to be derogatory.
No.
As someone,
but it is ironic.
As someone who is LGBT,
yeah,
I'm allowed to say those things.
This is such an odd episode, going from Doctor Who to balls and switchblades.
I really wish I could call the episode that, but I can't.
I mean, it's not that explicit of a title.
YouTube will hate it.
Nah, fair enough.
I realised, by the way, I have been sitting on the last missile to bring the satellite down for the past 6 minutes, and I haven't done it.
Go do it then.
Make me. No, I'm going to. I'm just fighting off the incoming horde as best I can, because they've got a lot of scary units, but the last couple of scary units are being dealt with now. So, if I attack this with my helicopter, I can actually deal decent damage to the oozing with my infantry. It will eat my infantry, but they do decent damage to it. Hawk is slightly just off on his power, which is annoying, but... Sorry, what? What's so funny?
No, I was just... I was breathing in, but for some reason, it... Oh. Do you ever get that? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you sort of, you breathe in, but then, you almost have, an itchiness in your throat, and it, sort of...
No.
I don't know what it is.
That's the cannon destroyed. Lovely, don't have to worry about that anymore. No, I've never had that, actually. Can't say I have, anyway. Right, so I'm going to take out... You know what would speed this up is if I turn animations off.
Yeah. You know the sort of, the jitteriness you get, when you're about to yawn, a...
Yeah.
Like that kind of a thing.
Missiles away!
That must sound so weird on recording, just...
Missile away! It can't be! I would never have believed Black Onyx could be destroyed. They use our own missiles against us. It seems someone amongst them has a brain. Yet we still have the upper hand as long as we have the Black Obelisk. After all, it can resupply and repair 2 HP to all damaged units within 4 spaces. Look at them fight. It's adorable! They don't have a chance! This all sounds strangely familiar. This does not augur well.
The times when video game characters talk about mechanics of a game, and it sounds very strange.
It is a little bit odd.
It's like, oh yes, when I press the A button.
Yeah, it's like you can press the whatever button to make me do the duck walk or whatever it is.
Cool, huh?
I'm getting flashbacks to things I don't want to remember.
That game only had like 2 buttons anyway.
It did, yeah.
When it needed more.
It needed like 4 or 5 buttons, yeah.
Yeah. Because
that was a luck roll.
Yeah.
That had 30% HP left, and I was only going to do 13 damage to it. Sorry, 13% to it, which means it should have lived on 1 or 2 HP, but I rolled the extra 15% to take it out.
Oh, no complaints.
So that was a decent luck roll that I probably shouldn't have gotten, but there we are. That happens sometimes.
Just don't lose.
I can't lose now unless they take out all my units.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you just like hurt your neck?
I just had like a crunch, like my neck just.
Oh, I love it when that happens.
I do seem to have at least some luck with not having back problems.
Oh, I don't have that problem, unfortunately. I do have many back problems. I can now swap to Colin.
What was with that green screen?
Oh, when you swap characters depending on which team you're on. So if I was to do it when I was playing on the red team, it would be a red screen when they swap over, or the blue team.
It just made me think of like a template sort of thing. I was like,
from editing.
Why is there like a green screen video on there?
I mean, they have it on theirs as well, where it's like a darky purple colour. Yeah.
That would be kind of a cool thing for videos, to be fair. You know, it's like when we're playing like a single player thing and it's like swapping players, like...
That would be nice, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have any, like, visual aids.
Avatar thing.
Or avatar. Well, we did have.
The avatar.
We did have, but we don't use them anymore.
No.
For whatever reason.
Because I drew them and the shit.
Fair. I mean, they weren't terrible. You're a better
Better drawer.
You're a better drawer than me, yeah.
I believe it's called an artist, not a drawer.
A drawer.
I do not hold pants.
Consume trouser. You are a better, like, you're a better drawer than me. Yeah, you are, though. You are. I can't draw to save my life.
Yeah, but then that makes... The fact that you can't draw means that anything that's
I have no visual...
slightly above that can count as being better than you at drawing.
Well, I have no visual imagination, remember? I can't draw.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you're... That I'm better than you at drawing could be on such a big scale.
I mean, I guess. Well, I
can draw very simplistic things.
My drawing skill is stick figures, and I can do blobby dinosaurs, and that's about it.
Yeah.
It's about the extent of what I can do for drawing.
Even my Flintstones ass profile picture is a little bit simple.
Yeah, but I like it.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Although I should probably get back into like trying to draw stuff.
This episode has been going on for a while, and I apologise, but we can cut some of it out.
Yeah. Well, on the screen it'll show that, so you can't keep that bit of footage in.
Shit, yeah, I didn't... Actually, no, I don't think it matters that much. I don't really care.
You'll just have like chopped up bits of Audacity in its place. A peek behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Same to you, mate.
That was supposed to be the man behind the slaughter thing.
Ah. Oh. Is that what that was?
Yeah. The FNAF film is going to be coming out like fairly soon.
When is it supposed to come out?
I don't know.
Out of curiosity.
But it's been on its like 9th year of being like in the works.
Well, it got bounced around to different studios for ages.
But it is at least being released in October.
Oh, is it? It's coming out then, is it?
Pretty sure, yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing in October. I'm supposed to be going to a gig. Right,
maybe I can do it as like a birthday thing.
Maybe. Yeah, that is when your birthday is.
And it better be good.
It won't be.
I mean, it could.
No, it could be. It'd be really funny if it wasn't, because like it better be good, and then it isn't.
Well, like, I don't know if it is a controversial sort of thing, but I didn't much like Indiana Jones.
I liked it.
I didn't.
I really liked it, but you're not the only person who didn't, because
that's why I'm saying I don't know if it is controversial enough for me to say.
It did bomb.
Yeah.
It did bomb.
I'm not saying that I absolutely hated it, but I was like, that could have been better.
I really enjoyed it.
I just wish that it was more just Harrison Ford on his own.
I can agree.
Or at least with, like, a better supporting cast.
I didn't really enjoy the secondary protagonist very much. I did not like her at all.
Well, it was the same problem that we had with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I didn't care for the character. I'm not bothered about the actress who played them. I just didn't care for the character.
Yeah, but I mean, like, no one really cared for Shia LaBeouf's character either.
No, that's true.
And that was a whole sort of thing of like, oh, you know, are they going to be like the new...
But he's a cannibal, so why would anyone enjoy him?
Other cannibals?
You know, actual cannibal, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Anyone? Bueller?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
It's a quote from the film.
Huh?
It's a quote from the film.
Which film?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, where he's not
I
in
haven't seen it in a while.
He's not in the class, and the teacher's just going Bueller, and no one's and he's not answering, and the other like students are bored out of their fucking mind.
I do remember parts from it. I just don't remember it as a whole.
That's fair.
I remember them revving backwards on, like, you know, reversing the car in order to try and get the miles
and then
go backwards.
And then it crashes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, if only we had grit at this point, because then I could park the rocket out of range of hers and snipe the thing in the middle, which is what we need to do now. I'm going to change to Jake. It's game time. I mean, we've been playing the game the entire time, mate. We've been playing for over a smacking hour. But, yeah, we've been going for quite a while. Can't get a battleship in range. Tits.
I thought you were about to say, I can't get a battleship on land.
Yeah, that's clearly what I'm trying to do.
Because you, like, bashed it into the shoreline.
I mean, Flat can get a battleship in a lake, so I can do anything.
You wouldn't battleship a lake.
You have no idea what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I don't know.
5.
No.
It's an Advance Wars meme.
Yeah.
It's a community meme. People will know what I mean. I'm gonna.
That's the thing about memes, is that they're supposed to be like really like broad kind of things that everyone knows, but they become their own in-jokes.
If it's a specific thing within a community that no one else is gonna get, then
yeah. But like, isn't the whole point of a meme to be like everyone gets it?
I mean, if it's a meme that's specific to the community, then no, it isn't. Because
it's like, I thought
it's created from that fandom.
Yeah, I thought a meme was like just a viral thing.
Yeah, but I'm talking specifically about one that self-contains to a fandom, which are their own thing. Like,
can you really call them memes though? Are they not just in-jokes at that point?
I mean, they're still viral to within the community that they come from.
I guess so.
So,
niche memes.
Sure.
Niches.
Sure thing, mate. Why not?
That's how Sean Connery says meese.
What even? What? The fuck are you talking about?
Because it's like mooses or meese. Mises.
You know how I say?
Or mices.
Sure. We have one brain cell between us, and it's well, no, we have 2 brain cells between us, but it's competing for 3rd place.
Yeah, but I was like, oh yeah, I can make a joke out of this, and then it came out of my mouth, and I'm like, the fuck am I saying?
You do that a lot.
Because I was like, it sounded fine in my head, and then I was like, a meese is not a thing.
No, it is not. For fuck's sake, Jeff. I don't even know what I'm going to call this episode. I really don't. I have no idea what I'm going to call this.
And it all came from niche and memes. Niche.
You're a fucking idiot. I hate you.
Although Sean Connery was also in Indiana Jones, so it kind of comes around.
Wow, yeah.
by like the loosest of connections.
How's that segue going for you?
I mean, the guy who invented the Segway did fall off a cliff.
What's that got to do with it?
That's what I'm doing, but with my humour.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
I assume you knew that, right?
Yeah, my girlfriend told me about it. He like backed up to avoid a dog or something being run over.
No,
and he backed off a cliff or something, wasn't it?
The whole thing was that he was trying to show the stopping power of it, and he didn't stop, and he went over the cliff.
It's like my immediate thought process for that is Top Gear. Though. Watch this.
There probably is another thing where someone did swerve in order to like. I know there was a guy who was like, "Oh, check out how good our glass is," and he was like on like a really high, like part of like a skyscraper, and in order to like test it, he ran up to it, hit into it with his shoulder, and just went straight through.
Oh no. Oh,
I don't know why you would test it like that. It's like the whole like. Do you remember that thing when they were trying to show off the Tesla car? And they were like, "Oh yeah, it's bulletproof," and they smashed it with a sledgehammer and it just cracked.
Oh, I see. I'm surprised it didn't catch fire first. No.
It's just like, why would you even risk it?
Yeah. It's a lot of money.
I mean, at least it didn't result in someone like dying from it, I guess.
I mean, it's a Tesla, so that is a surprise.
Yeah. It's just the Atmos system.
Yeah. Again, to bring it back to Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people know what that is.
What, Doctor Who?
No, the specific reference.
I don't know.
Obviously, people know what Doctor Who is.
They might know from the memes, because it's like, oh, it's them bleeding aliens again.
I bet my pension.
Yeah.
Them bleeding aliens again.
Because, like, Wilfred Mott is in it.
Yeah, he is in that episode, you're right.
What was Shia LaBeouf's character called in Indiana Jones? Because isn't it similar to Mott?
Mutt.
Mutt, yeah.
Well, it's funny because Indy's named after the dog. And he's called Mutt. That is kind of funny. To me, at least.
He's called, like, Henry something Jones, right? I can't remember what his middle name was. It said in the recent one. But
Henry something Jones the Third or something, isn't it? Like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember. I've slept since then. But I did enjoy the Indiana Jones movie. But I went in with such low expectations that I couldn't be anything but impressed because I went in expecting something like Crystal Skull or worse. And
I don't know. I kind of feel like it was the same.
No, it was better than Crystal Skull by far.
How? Like, what was better about it?
I mean, the fact that it was more like what the beats and stuff that happened, and
there were barely any like real puzzle solving.
It still played out to me like the structure of watching one of the previous films. Like the things that happens. I hit the wrong thing by accident then. The story beats and things to me, when I watched it, it felt like watching one of the classic movies to me. It really did. I genuinely enjoyed it.
Because like it is by a different studio than Crystal Skull was, which was the same creative team that was behind the classic ones.
Yeah.
So like Crystal Skull was by the same people who made the classic ones. So how does that feel less like one of them?
I don't know. All we do know is he's called for stick.
Because it's like the only thing that I can think of that was like a puzzle thing that they came across was that like they did like the whole bath thing.
Shuffle a little bit closer. Yeah, that was a decent plot.
And like they melted some wax.
What was that bit?
The like tablet thing.
Oh yes.
They're like, oh yeah, this isn't actually what it is. Let's melt it, and it's like what?
Oh yes, I remember now.
But it was a lot of just them talking about it.
Yeah, I guess. I just liked it. Let me like it, okay?
Well, I liked the like beginning bit.
Oh, the beginning. Don't get me wrong. The beginning bit was the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
The beginning part was genuinely the best bit.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how Mads Mikkelsen survived getting hit in the face like that, because he shouldn't have done.
Well, like, I remember seeing online that someone said that it was because it was, like, something that, like, broke away that, like, wasn't all that. Like, it was just, like, a small, like, pipe or something.
It was a steel or iron pipe, and we saw him hit it at full whack, and it didn't move. That should have taken his head off.
Yeah.
But
was there even, like, a mark or anything?
No. That did bother me. Although, I did enjoy his character in the film. But I enjoy Mads Mikkelsen in most things.
Yeah. The only thing that I don't really like about, like, that whole sort of thing is that he does basically play the same character every single time.
How do you mean?
Like, Mads Mikkelsen plays the, like, you know, posh villain dude all the time.
He does get typecast, I suppose.
Yeah.
And nobody likes to be typecast, but if you it's like the guy who's in Line of Duty, the Irish actor whose name I always forget, who always gets put in police dramas.
Yeah. But I wish...
Because he's in Life on Mars as well. Not Life on Mars, the sequel Ashes to Ashes, which is another police procedural drama. He's in that too.
Yeah. But it's like, he could still be like a posh good guy or like a...
In fact, the villain in Ashes to Ashes is also in Line of Duty. No, I mean, there's a couple of crossover actors and things. But there's a couple of them. I realised I don't know if my mouse is on screen and it's been there the entire time. But certain people do get typecast in things, I suppose, and no one likes to be, but if you can do a niche and do it well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway. You're right, though, he does get that role a lot.
Because, like, it is just like, if you were like, oh yeah, remember that Mads Mikkelsen role where he was this, like posh twat that's trying to, like, kill the main hero, and he also, like, you know, he's just... Like, you would just get, like...
Do you mean in Hannibal or James Bond, or...?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can see it. I know what you mean.
But I guess he must like playing villains, otherwise he wouldn't be, like, taking those roles on.
It is probably quite fun to play the villain now,
Yeah, but playing the villain every single time might be a bit...
He must be a good guy in some things. Surely.
I'll see what Mads Mikkelsen's in. Hold on. When is Mads... How do you even spell it?
It's
Mikkelsen.
It's with a K. I believe it's Dutch.
Good guy.
I believe his name is Dutch, but I could be wrong.
Oh, there's a Kotaku article about, like, why he's always the villain.
Ah, yes, our favourite source of knowledge. Go on. Does it just say that he likes doing it? Which is a valid enough point. If you like doing it, you like doing it.
What the fuck is this?
What?
Hang on. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, starring Harrison Ford. The big bad in the new Jones flick just so happens to be Hideo Kojima's internet boyfriend, Mads Mikkelsen.
What?
I don't know. This is like...
I mean, I know what I can call the episode now.
Who appears to be on a quest to betray every villain in pop culture.
Don't get me wrong. He is a very attractive man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a very attractive man, don't get me wrong.
Right, where's the thing that he said? Wait, I guess he did play a hero in Rogue One.
I haven't seen that. Where does he play in that?
Galen Erso.
I don't know who that is. I don't even know why I asked, I haven't seen it.
I think he was, like, the one who... like, put the weakness in the Death Star, possibly? I might be getting that wrong. I know that the Urso ones are good, anyway.
Fair enough.
Most notable villainous roles include Le Chiffre in Casino Royale, the accountant in Rihanna Bitch Better Have My Money. Yes, it counts, is in brackets.
Okay.
Dr. Hannibal Lecter in Hannibal.
Just as a point of reference, we are not sponsored or affiliated with Kotaku in any way.
Wait, Dr. Hannibal Lecter in Hannibal, in brackets, people who want him to step on them tell me it's good.
No comment.
What the fuck is it? Caecilius in Doctor Strange?
Caecilius.
And Gellert Grindelwald.
In
Fantastic Beasts, yeah.
The spin-off fascist propaganda.
Where is the fucking thing?
Give it up, fool.
Mikkelsen responded by simply saying he does so because they love me.
Fair enough.
And before you ask, Mikkelsen's role as Clifford Unger in Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding does not count as a villain role as far as Mikkelsen is concerned. I'm guessing that's where the whole internet boyfriend came from.
Ah, I see. That makes sense. Fair enough. Like I said, he's a very attractive man.
Yeah. Because I guess it's like... I like having like a little bit of diversity and stuff with you know how like David Tennant can either be like the most charming like nice guy ever or like the most horrific villain that you could ever see.
Like Kilgrave.
Yeah. Or like
Kilgrave fucking creeped me out, man.
Yeah.
He really did.
Or like the way that
and he played him so well. It's fucking terrifying.
What's he called now? I'm trying to remember an actor's name and I can't. He played Mysterio.
Oh. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, like how he has like a knack for being like really charming. But
it took me a second.
Creep.
It took as a character.
Yeah,
not that he.
Yeah.
It took
I'm
me.
saying the role.
Yeah. It took me a second to remember his name too.
Yeah. I knew it was like a long name.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has that sort of thing where he can play like two separate kind of, things where it's like you can really root for him, or you can, sort of get like tricked by him in like
the biggest arsehole to ever arsehole.
Yeah. Which made him like really good for the role of Mysterio. Because I feel like if I'd seen him in, I think it was Nightcrawler, or was it Nightcrawler? Like
the X-Men character?
No. God, what is it actually? Just hold on. Let me just double check.
I don't know what Joe's talking about.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Yeah, Nightcrawler. It's basically a thing where it's a profession that you go around filming events in the dead of night before they get broadcast on the news, so that you get like the scoop.
Right, okay.
So that's why it's called like a night crawler.
Got you.
You're like getting the crimes through to like the media before anyone else does.
Or the events.
Yeah. But then he gets to like a point where
Paris Hilton was caught with her pants down in this area. Go take a look.
But it's one of those sort of things where it's like he'll do just about anything to get the story, whether it's like immoral.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. It's a pretty good film.
I haven't seen it, but that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I trust your judgment. Because
are we not even like what are we doing in Advance Wars right now?
We are slowly surrounding the enemy HQ. We could win this turn, to be fair.
Okay.
I could win right now, but
because I feel like we're going so off topic that I'm like I don't even know where we are anymore.
I could win literally right this second. All I have to do is push one button.
And the more topics we talk about, the harder it is to make a title for you.
No, I know exactly what I'm going to call it now. You'll see.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, all I have to do is literally fire on that. I'll take it out in one hit. But I'm trying to get my power score and things up, but I don't think I can. But no, I'm going to go for one more turn.
Okay.
I'm just going to see if I can destroy as many of the enemy units as possible. Especially if I can do this. Your maiden folk shall soon howl great lamentations.
Also, I'm not affiliated with or like promoting any of these like films or TV shows or anything that's like going on at the moment. Like, obviously there are like the strikes going on and stuff, and I'm not saying that like I'm not going against any of that, is what I'm saying.
As you should not.
No.
That's what we call scab behaviour. Wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal in Brokeback Mountain?
Yes, with
Who's the other guy in it?
Ledger.
Oh, Keith Ledger, that's it. Because I made a really funny pun about that the other day, and no one laughed or appreciated it, so I'm going to say it now on the episode so all of you can appreciate it instead.
I've not seen Brokeback Mountain, so I might not get
No, it's to do with the title.
Okay.
So I was... the guy who plays Falcon in the MCU, whose name I forget, was doing an interview...
Was it Anthony Mackie?
Anthony Mackie, that's it. He was doing an interview where he was talking about fans and fandom.
Yeah.
And people like reading too much into it in regards to shipping him and the Winter Soldier, basically.
You're right.
And then like that, which people do read too much into it sometimes, yes, but people also read into it what they want to read into it if it's not being provided for them, such
it's
as
like Lord
shipping.
of the Rings as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he said that in an interview. But I'm then reminded of an interview that Mark Hamill did, where he said, "It's not up to me to decide how you interpret a character which I have played. If you want to read Luke Skywalker as gay, then that is your prerogative and you can read him as such. I'm not going to stop you." And people do ship him and Harrison Ford as Han Solo, especially in the original trilogy. I mean, Harrison Ford was a very attractive man.
Yeah.
But of course, then what do you call that ship? Millennium Brokeback Falcon, anyone?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty good.
You're welcome. All right, I'll get me coat.
Wouldn't it be Brokeback Falcon?
Well, you could call it Brokeback Falcon, yeah, but Millennium Brokeback Falcon, I get. Yeah, but either way, that was the joke, and no one laughed or appreciated it, which is a shame because it's good. My talents are wasted on you. Right, so we've taken out pretty much. We've only got 5 units left. We can't lose now. So we win.
It's not like Han Solo did very well with Leia anyway, considering that he had a kid that like ended up murdering a load of people, and he got like separated from her and his son.
Yeah.
Didn't do a very good job there. Although I don't think Harrison Ford really cares about Han Solo, so
No. Which is fair enough. It's his right.
well, like I can understand that he wanted Empire Strikes Back to be like the he sacrifices himself to like finish his story arc.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see why. But
Kaboom!
Joe's best Demo Man impression there.
No, it can't be.
There is nothing we can do for now. Then we must flee. We will not forget this, fools. Yes. Yes. We shattered
This is delicious.
We shattered the Black Obelisk. The Allied forces are victorious.
I like how I said this was delicious when you accidentally stopped on "we shan't."
Oh no. That means the Black Hole Army is done for. That thing can't leach any more of our land energy, right? Yep, thanks to all of you, Omega Land is safe. Come on everyone, let's bounce. I think we all deserve a hot meal and soft, warm beds.
The end. Word.
Question mark? But that is the Act 2 boss done and dealt with. I'm gonna go to B rank. Brank, yes, I knew you would say that. And nobody leveled up from that.
Wait, what? Did he say dropped a flat beat?
You got dropped like a fat beat.
Oh.
Because
It
Nintendo
looked like
took...
flat.
No, he spelled it with a PH because
Yeah.
Nintendo's down with the kids from 2005.
Well, I think that might
and it comes across as extremely awkward.
I think that might just be like
Cutscene time.
that one character though, right?
Yes. I really wish this was animated like in Advance Wars Reboot Camp, but it's not. Listen up everyone, thank you so much for all your hard work and sacrifices. We owe our victory to the efforts of each and every single one of you. It may not be much, but this feast's our way of saying thanks. Have fun. Excuse me, Rachel. Could you tell me where my seat is? Sure.
Under your ass.
Your seat's over there. It's next to Grim. Oh, yes, right, Grim. Who's that? He's a... How did you forget him? He's a yellow comic commander like you. Ah, yes, of course he is. I remember him now. Grim. Ahem. Now that our rivers are running clean and clear again, please raise...
a hard-boiled egg sitting near me?
Please raise your glasses. Now, this is where it's got censored. It says, please raise your glasses of best water, but it's clearly beer.
Yeah.
Even out of they're drinking piss.
It is in sepia tone, I guess.
Yeah. Bring me more food. Can't you see I'm wasting away here? Excuse me, have you seen my sister? What? Oh, hey, Colin, come here and sit down, boy.
Oh, God, he's got his shirt off.
I got you some things to teach you about commanding officer. Me? I'm looking for my sister. Shut your yapper and sit. That's your whole first problem, is your whole stammer thing. A real commanding officer should. What am I gonna do with him? Where could he run off to now? Oh, sup, Shasha. Hello, Jake. Congratulations on the victory. Yeah, nothing can stop our crew when we're all together. We regulated that Black Obelisk and saved Omega Land.
We did it. We saved the city.
People are already saying that plants and stuff are growing back. Really? That's wonderful news. Yeah, no doubt. One day my hometown will be back to the way it was before all this started. You should come and check it out sometime. The view from the hilltop is pretty nice. It sounds lovely. I'd love to visit. That's quite a plate full of food you've got there, Jake. Oh, yeah, I think I was supposed to bring this to Max. I'm not going to make eating noises into the microphone. This isn't a mukbang.
It's about time we had a break.
Steady on.
He looks like Arnold.
Yeah, steady on, Arnold. I mean, a man's got to eat. Ah, this orange star lobster fish is filled with deliciousness. It is the wonderful aroma, and each bite is juicy and... It is a true feast for my taste buds. I heard Green Earth got some pretty good food. I'm going to have to go on a taste testing holiday one of these days. Yes, you must come and visit the warmth of my castle home. The sausages of Green Earth explode with favour like the cannon of culinary delight.
My sausage explodes every night.
And the hams of Jess's village taste like pigs as if from a glorious swine heaven. Slow down, Lash, please. You don't have to take so much at once. No one's going to steal it from you. Step off, lady. I'm not sharing. Got it? Just be honest. You guys still hate us. I can tell. That's all in the past. Now, listen. You've got food all over your face, and it's really not very good.
It's all in the past is when they get shanked in the night.
Oh, God. This is a good opportunity for me to teach you some table manners, okay? You're psycho, lady. You don't have to be shy. Come on, come over here. Let me teach you the correct way to hold a knife.
Look at that hairline.
Whose? Lash. Well, she styles it all back with...
It just looks like... You know what I mean?
Like what?
It's like, you know when like you're bald but you have like the back hair?
Kind
of.
It's
like that exploded.
I choose to interpret it as she's just got a massive amount of hairspray like Susie Sue used to do her hair in the 80s.
She has a very big forehead is what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough. And let me tell you, you're not going to escape me today. Hawk! Hawk, help me!
Because like in the little picture she didn't have it that far back. Give me 5.
Sup, Hawk? Where are you headed? I dislike social events. Your name is Jake, is it not?
Wait, his hair's styled differently in the cutscene.
Yeah, I know. Yeah? So, Jake, why do you fight? To protect our home from the evil dudes that want to turn it into scorched earth? Someone's got to look out for the people that live here. I see. And to that end, is there some burden you feel you must shoulder? Steady on, dude.
I feel like it's kind of rude to be talking to someone with headphones on.
Yeah. He never takes them off.
No.
It was a foolish question. Forget it. Hold up, dudes. Everyone's having a good time. Aren't you going to hang out? I doubt I would be welcome. I'm a black hole officer, remember? My presence would only dampen everyone's spirits. Nah, it's parties for everyone. Very well. I think I will join you.
Time to get fucking levered.
And that's how they became friends, except the mission is not quite over. Look there, we've got another one.
Well, the fact that you said that this isn't as bad as the last one.
I know, but for the character's point of view...
Yeah. The Jedi are evil. We should probably save it on another one just in case
yes,
of any issue.
I'm going to, don't worry. But I will do that after we cut and go to the outro. So, thank you very much for joining us on this very long-winded episode of Ramble. This has pretty much been a podcast. We've been going for over an hour. I don't actually know how long we've been going for because I don't have a time code in front of me.
How is that character? It's like Ganondorf.
You will see next time.
Okay.
I'm giving nothing away. You will see next time, as will you, viewers. Hopefully you'll join us there. Like the video if you did. Subscribe for more upcoming content within the Omega Lands campaign. And as always, it's been a pleasure. Cheers for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Ta-ra for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, God. I thought it wouldn't take as long as that.